You are live.
Welcome back to the Max Effort Kitchen podcast. We got a great segment for you. It's called The Athlete and the Chef. So sit back, relax, and let's go.
All right, welcome to the Max Effort Kitchen podcast. Cornell, how you doing, buddy? How's it going? It's been a couple weeks, but yeah, how are you?
Good. It's funny. I was topping off my. You can't quite see it. Actually,
yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
SoCal weightlifting.
SoCal weightlifting, yeah.
This was a gold medal. Instead of a gold medal, they gave out mugs one year.
I like that.
Me too. And it's one of those
cool.
ones where I'm like, I'll do my best never to lose it, never to break it.
Yeah.
But I was pouring my Coke Zero into it right when the intro was going on, and all of a sudden the foam started coming up. Like, oh, it's gonna overflow. And I just like dove into it and started sucking it down, and it still overflowed.
No, okay.
Then I'm just like sitting there in front of the, just like,
Oh God.
so we're good.
We're good. It's Sunday. It's in the middle of this. It's just, I don't know about you, but we got sun over here, which, you know, you've seen how our weather's been, and it's been crazy. So we got a cold, sunny day, which I'm happy about. So that's good.
We have the very similar but complete opposite.
Yeah, warm. You are warm, aren't you?
79 degrees right now.
Dang.
I mean, that's what the map says, or whatever, the phone.
Yeah.
It feels much warmer than that. I'm in a freaking tank top and cooling pants.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Middle of winter. Well, I will say with some assurance that where you are going here soon in Tennessee, you might get a little bit more seasonality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking right now, and it says at the moment it's 32 degrees out there.
Okay.
So I'm down for that.
Yeah. Heck yeah. 32 degrees.
32 doesn't feel as cold as it does when it's like 60 here. You're like, I'm frozen. But it looks like it's going to be pretty cold all week out there.
Yeah.
I have like a 48 in the next 7 days. 49. I mean,
very similar to us.
But here you get it. If it gets to 50, everyone's like bundled up in winter clothes.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, but then again, you know, it gets 75 here, and everybody's like, I can't work because it's too hot. What? It's just nuts. Yeah, so you know, fun weather stuff. But hey, I know you are not a football fan. I'm going to just say I'm wearing my 49er stuff in support. We got our asses kicked last night.
Okay.
And I'm just proud of the team. I'm you know, because I'm a part of the team. I didn't know if you knew that or not. But
Nice.
No, I joke about the idea of fandom. And this is probably something that you probably know a little bit about, which is the idea that there's people out there. I like teams, but they don't control my life, right? Pro sports can't control our lives. We have no control on that. But you know, the dude bro will come to work and he'll be like, yeah, my team beat your team. I'm better than you. Not in those words, obviously, but in some words. And it's just, to me, I'm like, yeah, cool. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, you're not cooler than me. You're not better than me. I don't care what your team did. Yeah, my team lost. Whatever. Move on. I don't have money on it. It's not a big deal. So.
I see people get so crazy over stuff.
And, dude.
There was a movie. I don't remember why I watched. I don't think I put it on. I think someone else put it on because they didn't know what to put on, or maybe it just came on and people were too lazy. But it was about all these older women going to like the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah.
And one of them was like sick or something, so she just spent all of her money to like get them there, and they scalped tickets and turned out they were fake tickets, and like there's a whole thing going on. But
Wow.
the beginning of the game, they're all getting set up and they all have to stand in their specific spots in the room, and it's like they have the same food and they're wearing the same clothes and they don't wash them, and these women are in like their 80s. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. You know, I like the idea of being a fan of a team, but it cannot go any farther than that. Well, there's like, you know, and I tell my kids this because we do watch professional sports in the house, and like I'm like, hey, listen, it's cool to have a team, but win or lose, it doesn't affect your life. Like we don't need to cry. We don't need to be upset. We don't need to act like, you know, we're on top of the world. You can be happy, but like move on. Just move on. It'll your life.
I think the other part that's kind of cool with sports, even though I don't watch anything.
Yeah.
Except when the Olympics come on, I watch weightlifting and I watch a couple other things. But I like that it's for the most part in seasons where it's not just on like all the time. And if it was just on all the time, like people probably wouldn't be as into it because you couldn't commit 52 weekends to watching football, even though people would say they would love to. What's the season like? 12 regular games plus the playoffs and Super Bowl?
It's 17 weeks plus 4 weeks of playoff Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a lot. It's a lot, dude. But
still, it's like it's not that long, and then you get what 8 months off after that.
Yeah.
To cry, to be bummed, and then to start getting ramped up and thinking your team's going to make it again.
Well, here's the thing: is that we look at like that as like, okay, now we got our Sundays back. And honestly, like it used to be a bigger thing in the household where we would like we'd watch the games, watch everything. Now it's like we turn it on and we do stuff around the house. We don't actually like sit. I'm not sitting down watching a game play by play. It's background noise. I hear a big play. I walk over, see it, cool, whatever. And then like at night, I'll watch ESPN, you know, while I'm doing work and just, you know, see the highlights. And that's really all I need. Yeah. So I don't know. I've never enjoyed getting too wrapped up into a team. So,
yeah. But you played football.
I did.
Did you play any other sports?
I played basketball and I did track. So, yeah.
You're the wrong color skin for those two sports.
But I'm probably the wrong color skin for any of those sports, to be honest with you. But yeah.
I played baseball when I was little.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my daughter's boyfriend, he plays baseball. He's a senior this year. I think he's on the varsity. Yeah, he's got to be on the varsity team.
Okay.
And my wife and kids are involved with this drama program at their school. And one of the plays has been all weekend and started Friday, but their last day off was Monday. And then it was like tech week was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then the first performance, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 today.
Yeah.
I don't know my daughter's boyfriend that well. Like,
yeah,
he's quiet. Believe it or not, I'm generally pretty quiet.
Right.
And I'm totally fine sitting there not talking. Like I'm okay with that.
Right.
But he's real quiet. And then she was like, he's gonna come to the play. Can he sit by you? He's terrified. I'm like, that's fine. She's like, can you talk to him? I'm like, what do you want me to talk about? She's like, you can talk about baseball. I'm like, oh yeah, back when I was 7 years old, 7 through 12, and I played, and I was like,
yeah.
My favorite story though, when I played baseball, T-ball.
Okay. Love it.
It wasn't me who did it, but I remember that. And then it started to make sense as I got older. Kid hit the ball. First baseman caught it.
Mm-hmm.
The kid started running towards first base, and then I know enough about baseball to know you just touch first base and he's out.
Yeah.
They got the kid in a pickle between home and first base. Like going back and forth.
That doesn't happen.
It happened.
I guess it
I
know.
Happens.
So. Okay. Yeah,
that was about
that's the
played a
extent.
couple more years after that, and that was about it.
I like it. Yeah, but you did other cool things. You did like snowboarding and surfing and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
and like even with surfing, like watching a surfing competition, that's still background noise for me. Like I growing up, like as I started getting a little bit more high school age, I used to love to watch like all the the big surfing videos that would be put out. Like just like put those on and reef a bowl or something. I didn't do that in high school. Sorry. But it was just like that was fun. That was fun background noise and background like stuff. And so that's the way I've always treated sports. And the funny joke that people joke with me about at work, they're like, "Oh, just because you played it doesn't mean you can't like it." And I'm like, you know what? Shut up. First of all, second of all, I would rather play a sport than watch it any day of the week. Like, and I think that's pretty normal. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's definitely where I am. Plus, I was always someone who I gravitated towards individualized sports.
Yeah.
And it's because I hated losing so much. And if we lost, I can say this honestly, because I didn't play that many sports that were team sports. We didn't lose because of me. We lost because of other people.
Right. And that's frustrating, right?
And that's very frustrating. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of a losing team. I'm going to do something where it's literally all up to me. And then I'm going to dump everything into it. And I'm going to do my darn tootin' best to not lose.
Yeah. I like that.
I think I've heard someone say it, and I think this is probably definitely my mindset. It's not that I love winning, but it's that I hate losing.
Yeah. I mean,
and like
winning
is cool. Winning's great.
Mm-hmm.
But losing sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And I think that's also a difference between someone who, people who just want to win, they'll do like whatever it takes to win, and then they're going to be all cocky about it and gloat and annoying and all that kind of stuff. But if you just hate losing, the whole goal is not to lose. It's not to win and then just make everyone feel like losers because they lost. And
yeah.
I've seen that a lot in weightlifting too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People walk in and you're just like, oh, this person's here. All right, here we go.
Yep.
But yeah, so we had a meet yesterday. That's why we didn't do the show yesterday.
How'd that go?
It was pretty cool watching everybody. There was a lot of made lifts, which is always great to see. Like, it was small in-house. So our gym, one of the coaches / owners at our gym also coaches at another gym for side cash. But he just teaches like Olympic lifting. So it was basically that other gym and our gym, and we were able to run 2 full sessions. And it was like lots of PRs were made, lots of 6 for 6 performances were made, no bomb outs, thankfully. And it's pretty cool when you're out there watching and you see what people have, like, you don't know necessarily what they're struggling with and what they're doing and what their training has been. And then all of a sudden you get to see them go out there and hit like PRs on the second attempt and then get to go for it for that third attempt. And a lot of people, they made that third attempt with a second attempt PR.
That's awesome. I love local meets. And I've done a couple of them over the past year where they were just so much fun. The environment is, I think I talked a little bit about this on the last one, but the environment is much more enclosed, much more personal. You got people, when it's a local meet, you got people that are there cheering for you. And I'm a person that feeds off of that. And so I really like the idea. And I like that there are local meets. Maybe, I don't know, there probably are more local meets where you're at than there are where I'm at, but we do have, probably 10, 12 up here a year. We finally got a good rotation of a couple different gyms doing them. So you got like Rose City, you got Ironside, and then you got like, the Coley or the one that Joe's are doing. And it's nice because you do exactly what you said. You see people get out there and you make lifts and it's a good time and it's a good environment. I think they're fun.
Nice. Yeah. I actually think you guys have more meets than we do now.
Really?
Since SoCal burned, they
Oh, yeah,
put
that's-
on, I think, 3 a year,
Okay.
and then we do 2, and then there's 2 by Rep Max. So I think we're at.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not counting the small in-house meets like we had yesterday, because that was
Yeah.
literally like 20 people.
Right.
But like the actual bigger ones, yeah, there's probably I don't think there's a dozen meets here. Like,
Wow.
from, I don't want to call, like, I'll say Orange County down to San Diego, LA.
Yeah.
Like, if you're traveling 3+ hours, there's probably more. But that's too far for me to travel for. That's pushing not being local anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting thought, because Joe and I were talking about this a little bit, about like the year of weightlifting for him and I, and what that's going to look like. And he, I was like, I like the national meets. I go, but we did a lot of them last year. Well, 2. So whatever. That's not a lot.
It's decent.
Yeah.
You figure it's 2 trips, possibly two airplane flights round trip.
Yeah.
Hotels, potential car rental. Like, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's fun.
Thank you.
And it's generally not with the family. So
Yeah.
if you guys go on vacation, then this is like an extra thing.
Extra on top, right? And and I was like saying to him, I was like, man, let's focus a little more on like the local stuff. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, do you want to do like just Portland, or what do you think? We could do like, Tacoma, or Seattle, or we could drive Northern California or something. I was like, well, yeah, but we got to make it within driving distance. And that's kind of cool with me. Like, I would like to, compete in other cities at a local meet and see what that's about. That could be fun. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think technically I would say local is what you can go to, compete at, and get home the same day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do know a lot of people who will. I mean, when SoCal was still around, there were people who were getting hotels up there. I'm like, it's an hour and 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say as long as you can round trip it in a day, and it's not like 4-hour drive, you go compete and then you were just sitting for 4 hours, so you kind of sucked, and then you're all pissed off and then you drive home. That would suck. I wouldn't consider that, but
no, I don't think so either.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
All right. So I was talking with one of my old athletes / old teammates / current teammates, but I'm not like coaching her other than competitions. So she's at the, I don't know, it may sound too mean. She's in the later chapters of her book of life.
Okay. Okay.
She's been retired for probably over 5 years.
All right.
Like, from her job.
Okay.
And she asked me, she said, at what point should I start going off of lower 1 rep maxes?
Oh boy.
So she's like, I made fun of her to her face, because her best snatch is like 35 or 36.
Okay.
So 1 kilo is like 5 or 6%.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wow.
And but it's still like, she was trying to figure out, like, when do I start realistically cutting stuff back? So what's your opinion on that?
My opinion on that is, like, you take what you're doing at the competition, and you make a goal based off of that. So like, say, say she went out to this competition, she hit, let's just say 36 kilos.
Yeah.
And then she makes a goal of 37 kilos. But she gets into her training cycle. She starts moving. She's like, this ain't going to happen. I think your body is going to tell you when it's not going to happen. I think that if I know who you're talking about, she has been lifting for a very long time.
Yep. Same as me. Like,
same as you.
Week.
Okay. Same. Wow. Okay. So in that case, I would just say, here's my filter. Are you having fun? Is your body still able to get through a week of training? without dying or being able to get up out of bed in the morning. And do you have the desire to push goals? And if that could be like multiple things, but like for her, I would just say, be honest with yourself. Like, hey, do you want to keep pushing this at the possible age of almost 70, which if I'm doing my math right, I think that's what it is. Do you want to keep pushing? And is there a benefit? That's the biggest thing. What's the benefit of it? Like, are you having fun weightlifting? Then just do it.
Yeah.
But if you're like having fun weightlifting because you are reaching goals, then continue to build goals. That would be my opinion.
I like that.
Yeah.
No, I basically just kind of said it was kind of based on I'm going through the same type of a thing. So I'm more realistic with, I don't hit percentages anymore. And that's kind of what I told her.
Right.
And one of the other things is she's still lifting 4 to 5 days a week. And she was talking about one of her friends that's the same age bracket, same weight bracket. And she lives in Hawaii. And she's like, she only lifts 3 days a week and she just hit a lifetime PR. I'm like, okay. She's like, I lift 5 days a week. What do you think about switching to 3? I'm like, I think that's great. I'm like,
I think it's fantastic.
I lift 2 days a week. And she's like, what? Like, people are shocked when they're like, that's all you do? I'm like, what's my lifts? I'm doing other stuff more, but I'm not doing that much. I'm not doing 5 days of working out or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really only doing 2 days of lifting, and then like for the most part another day, maybe 2 more days of just like, and when I say bodybuilding, it's 30 to 40 minutes. It's not 2 hours.
Yeah, totally. Well, for me, like, I think that well, first of all, I wrote this down as you were saying, not everybody's created equally. So like stop comparing yourself to other lifters. I know that like, you're like, hey, this person's in my body weight. This person's my age. Maybe I should be doing that, but do what makes you happy. But at the same point, something you said there about the 3 days a week, I think about this a lot. When I started, I was 5 days a week. Then I went down to 4. And now I'm down to either 4 or 3. Last week, I lifted 2 days last week. And that's because I'm trying to rehab my body a little bit because it's pretty messed up right now. So I'm just taking care of myself because that's what I got to do. And in order to still have fun weightlifting, we hear it all the time about like, oh, well, Olivia Reeves only does it 3 days a week. And, this person only does it like 2 days a week, but you got this person over here saying you got to go 6 days a week. And man, you do what works for you. And, with her, I think she's been lifting long enough that she knows what works for her. She has the capacity of 5 days. I would say drop her down to 3 or 4 and see how much better she does. Because my first thought was, hey, you're lifting 5 days a week. This person's lifting 3 days a week. They're recovering better, which is why they can hit a little bit more weight. Yeah. That would be my thought.
Also, some of the stuff, they're not on the same team. They're not on the same program.
Exactly.
We don't know exactly how her training is. It might be 3 2-hour sessions instead of 5 1-hour sessions.
Right.
So technically that's more training if you look at it per hour. But one of the weightlifting house or philosophical weightlifter, those guys were talking about it. They're talking about a conversation with Nuradinov.
Okay.
And he's mid-30s. I don't know if he's a master tech. I don't know if in Europe they care about master stuff realistically.
Doesn't seem like they do.
Here it's like, oh, I'm 30. I turned 35 in 11 months. I'm a master this year.
Yep.
But they said they were talking about how his training has changed as he's gotten older.
Okay.
And he pretty much just said a lot of the same stuff that I've been kind of telling people is you go based off how your body feels for the day.
Yeah.
And he'll see what's on his program, but he also it's different. And he didn't say this, but I know that how this stuff works. But
Yeah.
it's different when you're leading up to a meet and you're like a week or two out. Then it doesn't matter if you feel great, you're not going to do it. But
Right.
you look at the program and you say, okay, I've got 5 triples in the snatch today.
Yeah.
I don't know how heavy it's going to go, but I'm either I'll push to see what I can get to, or but that could mean I end up with 70% or 60% or maybe 90%.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was trying to tell her is I said, just look at the program, look at the reps, look at where the positions are that you're going to be, like the variation that you're going to be going from, and do that. But don't worry about hitting numbers. Just keep going up if it feels good. If it feels like that's probably it, either drop down a little bit or just stay there and do the rest out there.
Yeah. I mean, I used to have a rule where it was like, okay, if I miss more than 2 shots at a lift, I'm going to call it. Like it was like, actually it was 3, but then I started going down to 2. But you say something that is very important, which is the fact that like, and this is where people get real tripped up about some, the things that we talk about on here, which is like, you have a coach or somebody writing that program, but you're still responsible for how you do it. And I've talked to many, I've had some conversations with some coaches lately about this, about the idea of like the manipulation of a program in order to be successful. I personally saw me create some pretty fantastic success off of manipulating a program this last cycle or whatever. And although it kind of created a little bit of tension between my coach and I was honest with him about it, and I was like, "This is what I do." I go, I am. And I think that we all can attest to this. So I'm a father. I'm a husband. I have a career. I get down there in the gym at 5 o'clock on a freaking Wednesday. I might be just toast, and I may not do those squats. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. And it's no reflection on the coach. It's just me as an athlete being responsible for how I perform, and that has to happen. And the athletes that are out there, and you see, I think you see this. I can think of a couple people right now that are younger and that are like, no, I got to press hard. I got to push hard. I got to do all of it. And then I'm going to do more than just the program and blah, 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 blah. Like, why aren't I doing better at my meets? Well, it takes some time to learn, and that's okay. But it does take some time to learn how to look at your program and say, okay, this is what I'm doing today. This is what's scheduled, and this is what I'm doing. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. Can you imagine how different people's programs would look if their coach was with them 24/7?
Oh,
like
it would be so different.
If they were there and they're like sleeping on the other side of the room, and but not sleeping, just watching.
Yeah.
And then they're watching, like you don't know they're watching.
Right.
Creeper
yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
They see what you're eating. They see what's going on at work. They see what's like, if they saw everything that was going on, most likely, I would guess that the coaches would probably lower what is expected of you out of your program.
Yeah.
So they say that like getting a 6-pack isn't what you work out. It's like it's made in the kitchen.
Yeah, totally.
Being prepared for your program has what you do with the rest of your life. Like,
yeah.
So that's what the real success is everything else outside of the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say 90% of the people that I know, if they were fully recovered and they weren't injured and they weren't worried about being injured, they're going to push so much harder than what's on the program. The program almost for most people would be something to hold them back rather than to push them harder.
Mhm.
But I think that people outside of the gym or their age is catching up or all of these different things, that's what's causing the gym to be hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. I would say, like, if if you're out there and you're an athlete and you're hearing what we're talking about, like, before you start looking at your technique and your, the weight you're lifting and the program and all that, why don't you take a look at, like, how many hours you're getting to sleep, your breakfast, your lunch, what you're doing leading up to your session. Like, I have a whole, dude, I am an old guy for sure. I have a whole routine. Like, I get home, I get my creatine, I get my pre-workout, I take a hot bath for 15 minutes, and I don't. Oh, and I got a little thing I was going to talk about on here about that, but that's the side thing. I got I take a bath. I put on I've been lifting in singlets lately, just the shorts part of it.
Mhm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I turn my heater on downstairs. I get my music. I take my time to put on my shoes and just do all that stuff, get my head right. And then I get on the platform. I make sure that I write my program down because I read it off my phone. I write it down on my whiteboard and I make any changes that need to be changed and I go. But, like, that takes a solid 45 minutes to get done prior to. And so it's like, build those routines, build the eating habits, build the sleeping habits. I can tell you for myself, I don't, I think the lowest part is probably my sleeping. I get about 6.5 hours. I notice a difference when I get 8 hours or when I get 7 hours. I do notice a difference in my lifting. And that's just part of me need to be better. But also at the same point, like, there's some days when I'm like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Okay.
I've got
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. So, just a side note, I was doing this the other day where I'm like, I get in this hot bath and I just sit still. And what I notice is everything up here starts really sweating. And I'm like, oh, this is like, I'm kind of sitting in a sauna. So then I took and I put a towel, like, over my head, and it made me feel like I was in a freaking sauna. So if you want to build a sauna at home or want a makeshift sauna, go sit in a hot bath and put a towel over your head and don't move. You will sweat your ass off. So that's all. That's all I was going to say.
Just as you were saying that, I was like, why don't they have, like, the tents that you just throw them and they open up like little kids' tents?
Yeah.
Why don't they have something like that that's made to fit over a tub just to hold all the moisture in, so you could just get in that and then it would just continue to make it, like, hot and steamy, but like not a permanent thing, just something that you could throw on there like a little sweat room.
I like that.
Seems like it would.
Seems like that would be cool, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
So, no, what I was going to say is I wake up a lot at night.
Yeah.
On average, probably 8 to 12 times every night. I'm not awake for very long, but every once in a while I will be up. I could be up from like 2 to 3:30, but that's not common. Probably 3 or 4 times a month that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because my dad is like, oh, I got to figure out I might have to start taking something. I woke up last night. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I woke up and I'm not getting good sleep because I woke up once. I'm like, you woke up once? But I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about where your mindset needs to change if you're someone who wakes up a lot.
Yeah.
And it's totally changed my mindset where I wake up and if I can't fall asleep, then I'm like, crap, I gotta fall asleep. I got stuff to do. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And they said, no, when you wake up, be thankful you woke up.
Right.
Because some people aren't waking up that night. Like, they're dead. And I was like,
that's the way to think about
really
it.
Morbid, but you know what? I'm happy I'm awake right now.
Right. Exactly. Oh,
and
boy.
It's actually changed my mindset so that when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, it's cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
And just because of that little mindset change, I'm falling asleep way faster.
I like that.
Then the other thing that I have found that if I can't fall asleep, this house that we're living in right now has carpet and it's pretty new. So none of the houses that I've ever lived in the last 20 years have had carpet.
Okay.
I'll throw my pillow on the ground and I'll just lay down on the ground. I'm normally out within like 5 minutes then.
Nice.
And then I'll probably be asleep for 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, that's not very comfortable. But then I'll go and I'll get in bed. And I'm like, oh, this is real nice. And then I'll fall right back asleep. And so some of that little stuff changes.
Yeah. And, I like that mindset that you were talking about, like I'm a person that I used to get really frustrated when I'd wake up and like, I can't get to sleep. I can't get to sleep. Well, that's actually keeping you awake. So that's cool. I like that. And that's super helpful. What are you doing to like, I guess, calm yourself down? Besides, I guess you just said kind of getting on the floor, that helps. But
I'll do that.
Is it more of like an uncomfortable thing and why you wake up, or is it just like kind of how your clock works?
No, because I tried to get a sleep study done and they're like, no, you don't have, I was going to see if I had the one that people have when they snore and stuff.
Oh, sleep apnea. Yeah.
I was worried I had that. So then I went to this doctor and they asked me a whole bunch of questions. Like, you don't have sleep apnea. I'm like, okay. Like you're a light sleeper.
Okay.
And so pretty much if my body is beat to hell, I've put it through the ringer my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I get in pain if I stay in the same position too long.
Okay.
So if I am on my back, then I roll over to my side. I will open my eyes and I will lay onto my side and then I'll fall back asleep. Yeah. And then I'll get, after 45 minutes or so, my body will start hurting again. So then I'll rotate to the other side and I wake up, I switch sides, and then I fall back asleep. So that's what a lot of it has to do with. And what the doctor said is that you're a light sleeper. Oftentimes people will just move in their sleep, but you're awake for it. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm hoping to get, when I move, I want to get one of those Sleep 8 beds.
Oh, dude, I've heard those are awesome.
So the bed is real expensive, but they have a topper that's also really expensive. That's not the bed. And it's supposed to like keep track of your movement, and then it will increase the firmness and decrease the firmness it'll try to figure you out to make whatever's best that you need.
Yeah, I kind of like that. And in terms of what everything else in this world is, it's a smart bed. It adapts to you. And
it has like air that goes, it might have water tubes that go through it, so it'll cool you down and it'll warm you up, and it'll get firmer and softer, and it'll kind of adapt to you. So that's something I'm definitely interested in. I really wanted this is gonna sound a little crazy, but when we sold our house, we had a nice chunk of money. I'm like, if we have enough money, I'm gonna buy a hyperbaric chamber. They're not cheap.
No, they're not. I've thought about it, dude.
But I did find one that I was really considering getting. It was a blow up one, so it wasn't like a big metal one. Those are like $100,000. This was like $8,000. I'm like, I could swing this. I could pull this off,
dude. Great benefits for recovery.
Yeah, and they're super expensive to go use.
Yeah, they are.
And you have to use them like daily for like 90 days straight.
Yeah, they have to be really like, it has to be consistent for it to actually like do what it does.
Yeah. So that one ended up selling, unfortunately. So I'm not saying I'm not going to buy one, but I'm spending a little more money on the house, I think, than I was expecting. Typical.
Well, that's normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Well, that's those are great. My dream is to have a sauna in my house, and I think it's coming more closer than possible, or than it ever has. So that's kind of going to be my big expense this year, I think, because if I take all the money that I spent on going to those national competitions, I could easily have one. So that's probably going to happen for me. Yeah, dude, hyperbaric chambers are pretty cool. I may know. I'm not. Don't quote me on this, but I think my doctor gets a discount on them. So let me find out, and I will get that discount for you, and I will let you know if that's
Probably not going
that's
to be as cheap as that one that I did find, but
no, I don't know what it is. I just know that he has one in his clinic, and like he's always talking about it. So
okay.
Cool, man. As far as food stuff goes, I know that we haven't really jumped on them much, but I'm going to try a thing this week that I know is not new or popular or whatever, but I'm going to food prep all our dinners.
Ah.
Like I'm making a big batch of soup today that's going to last for 2 dinners. I'm going to do some baked ziti that's going to last for probably a dinner and some lunches. I'm going to, what was the other one I was going to do? I'm going to prep some pizza stuff so we can make pizza like on the spot.
Nice.
And yeah, dude, we have a busy week. And so I was like, why don't I just take the rest of the day after this and just do a bunch of food prep? I'm going to make like a big batch of rice. So if we need to just like throw some frozen veggies over rice and some teriyaki sauce and go, then we do that. But yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. See how that works.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I've never made a quiche. I'm assuming you have.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's not that much work.
It's not.
I mean, we get the 2 packs at Costco. I have no idea how much they cost, but
yeah,
they're super easy to just pop them in the air fryer and walk away.
Yes, they're great.
But one of the things that I just did the other day, the whole thing fits in the air fryer, and then I just click reheat, and then it reheats it, so I don't have to worry about it as much. I think it's at like 300 degrees.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to put it in the oven for like 30 minutes, but it was totally fine. But we've talked about this before, the bacon crumble from Costco.
Yes. Oh, dude.
I just put that all over the top. I set the whole thing in and then threw the whole thing in there, and then that starts sizzling, and it just kind of like refries it, and the grease gets into everything.
That's great.
I mean, I can eat a whole one of those without trying.
yeah, dude. I mean, a quiche. I love quiche. It's such a good breakfast, and like to go, I take a slice and you walk out the door. It's really easy. It's eggs, cream, and shredded cheese of your choice, and then that's the base of it. And then you just put any vegetables or meat in there, and you just cook it in the oven. And like you can go buy like pre-made pie tins or whatever, or pie crust. Pour that mixture in there, put your veggies, cook it. I think it's like a 30 to 45 minutes, 375, somewhere around there. But dude, it's like the easiest thing and it lasts forever.
Yeah. And I would say if you're going to make one, make 12.
Yeah.
They're only this thick. You can fit this much in your freezer.
So Alana does one without a crust, and it's like she just takes a cake pan and she makes the mixture, pours it in there, puts a bunch of vegetables and meat, and then in the morning she cuts a circle out and then just puts it on an English muffin, and that's like my sandwich for the morning.
Okay.
Which is super easy. I think you've done something like that before. But she doesn't like the crust on it. She just likes to eat it, the filling part. So that's how she makes it. But yeah, you can get 24 out of a cake pan, and you got your stuff there. But I like the crust personally. That's why I'm like, put it on an English muffin or something. I can't stand it.
No, I mean, my wife got them a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
yeah,
it was gone the next day, and I was like, I didn't even get one. So then when we got the next one, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I get a little piece, and then we got more of them, and then I just started putting them in the air fryer and bringing them up to her. And
nice air fryer, great idea. I love it. All right, well, we're sitting 43 minutes. I'm gonna pop in the kitchen here soon. So, dude, you got anything else?
No, we could talk about, not right now, but we can keep our eye out for some of those IWF changes they're talking about with like mandatory, like how the certain belts and certain gear that you're going to have to be or only approved stuff. So
it's coming.
A big one for another episode, but
yeah, I also saw
comes out.
I also saw that they released, I don't know how many athletes, but 4 or 5 athletes in the enhanced games.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were all track and field athletes, but that's coming up, dude. It's coming up soon. So
No, I'm gonna be in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But the enhanced games are the same weekend, I believe, as my anniversary. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Let me look at my anniversary is on gotta check my arm, 27th. Tattooed right there.
Smart man right there.
I think the enhanced games were like the 22nd.
Okay.
I don't think it was the 30th or the 29th, but I'll be in San Diego. So if anyone wants to drive out, I'll be going.
Okay. I'm going to keep you in the loop on that because it's something that I've been wanting to do. So we can talk a little bit more about that later, but yeah, that's, I'd love to go to that.
I wouldn't recommend flying to San Diego.
No, I'd just meet you in Vegas.
And I'm under the impression it's probably going to be a one-day thing. I don't think it's going to be like multiple days because the Olympics is like 5 or 10 days, but they've got 100 people.
Yeah,
they're going to probably have maybe 24.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, great show. Thanks for being on. Everybody out there, thanks you for listening. And we'll talk to you all later. Adios.